Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Can Ralf Rangnick turn things around at Manchester United? Well, I hope so. Rangnick has endured a tough start to life at Old Trafford. Ralf Rangnick is already under pressure at Manchester United. He recently said that 17 Manchester United players are unhappy with Ralf Rangnick and want to leave. Rangnick has been told he has transfer funds available this month. So reflecting on that, Ralf Rangnick will be backed by the Glazers as the club are dealing with the dressing room crisis. Ralf's been in charge of Manchester United for over a month. He's Manchester United's interim manager until the end of the season. Then he's expected to take a consultancy role for a further 2 years. Earlier on this season though, he got warned he could lose the consultancy role if he fails to get Manchester United into the Champions League. Manchester United lost to Wolves last Monday night. That was Rangnick's first defeat as Manchester United manager, and it was the first time Wolves won at Old Trafford since 1980. But the poor performances under Rangnick, I think Rangnick is blameless. I think the players have to take responsibility for the poor performances. The players are the biggest problem at Manchester United at this moment in time. Since Rangnick come in though, he has made changes. He's brought 3 additions in. Earlier on this season, he brought Juan in as an assistant coach and analyst. He also brought Chris Armas in as an assistant coach, and he brought Saz Chalens in as a sports psychologist. Before Manchester United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. I'm very sceptical that Rangnick will get the Man United job on a permanent basis. He's got a chance of getting the job on a permanent basis if he can turn things around. In the summer, Manchester United will appoint a permanent manager. Now, it's been saying that Erik ten Hag is leading the race to become Manchester United's next manager. And there's a lot of Manchester United fans that would like to see Erik ten Hag come in. You've got to admire what he's done at Ajax. You know, he's won some trophies with them. Back in 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals, and I like the way he develops young players. He's been in charge of Ajax for 5 years. He's got a contract with them until 2023. Revert back to earlier on this season, Edwin van der Sar spoke about Manchester United's interest in Erik ten Hag. Van der Sar's the CEO of Ajax. Before Ajax, ten Hag managed Utrecht. Before then, he managed Bayern Munich's reserves. And before then, he managed Go Ahead Eagles. Mauricio Pochettino's been mentioned recently. It says Mauricio Pochettino could take charge of Manchester United in the summer. Pochettino is waiting for Manchester United to come calling about the manager's job. Revert back to earlier on this season, Pochettino did say a few times that he's happy at PSG and he wouldn't let the Man United rumours distract him. But earlier on this season, he said Man United were willing to pay the 10 million compensation fee for Pochettino. Pochettino is at PSG at the moment. He's got a full season left on his PSG contract. I think he's won a French Cup at PSG. He's a good manager, Pochettino, even though he's hardly won anything. Don't forget, before Pochettino endured 5.5 years at Tottenham. Analysing the vast majority of his tenure at Tottenham, Tottenham were competing in and out of the top 4. But in 2018, he guided Tottenham to their first ever Champions League final, and he almost won the league at Tottenham. And before he managed Southampton, he only enjoyed a short tenure with them, but he still managed to guide Southampton to their highest ever finish in the Premier League. And before he managed Espanyol. Revert back to when Manchester United sacked Jose Mourinho. Manchester United should have got Pochettino then, but the club decided to go with Solskjaer instead. Manchester United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Manchester United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson. Sacked David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and last year we sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Manchester United though should be doing much better than they are. You know, look at the players we've got. You know, we've got Edison Cavani, that's good. Edison Cavani will be leaving Manchester United this year. He'll probably leave at the end of the season because Man United are reluctant to let Edison Cavani leave on a free transfer this month. Now, prior to the Wolves game, Rangnick said that he desperately wants Edison Cavani to stay at Manchester United until the end of the season. His contract at Man United expires in the summer. Cavani had injury earlier on this season. Cavani played last Monday night against Wolves. He was poor, you know, he was played out of position. He played last Thursday night against Burnley, did well in that one but didn't really create much. And he rescued a point for Manchester United in the 1-1 draw at Newcastle towards the end of last year. Cavani's been linked to Barcelona. Last year it said Cavani agreed to join Barcelona on an 18-month contract. Cavani's been linked to Juventus, and last year he rejected a move to Boca Juniors. Man United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. We've obviously got Martial. Now, obviously, Martial doesn't really get in the team now, does he? Martial's recently been out with injury. Martial is part of the Deadwood. Martial will leave Manchester United this year. There's a good chance that he'll leave in this January transfer window. Now, Martial has rejected a move to Newcastle. There has been rumours of a Ousmane Dembele and Martial swap deal. But like I said, I don't want Ousmane Dembele at Manchester United because he's too injury prone. I think Sevilla have got a good chance of getting Martial if they improve the loan offer towards the end of last year. Manchester United rejected a loan offer from Sevilla for Martial. Said Martial's wages were the stumbling block. Last year, Rangnick confirmed that Martial wants to leave Manchester United, as Martial held talks with Rangnick over his future, and Martial's agent confirmed that Martial wants to leave Man United this month. He's demanding more game time, isn't he? The best season Martial enjoyed at Man United was his debut season under Louis van Gaal. He was pretty impressive last season, to be fair. Man United paid an initial fee of $36 million for Martial from Monaco back in 2015. Martial's been at Manchester United for 7 years. He's under contract with the club until 2024 and he's scored 79 goals in 268 games in all competitions. Man United have also got Anthony Elanga. Now, I've said, haven't I, he looks a good asset for the first team squad. Elanga has now made quite a few first team appearances. Elanga came on last Monday night against Wolves. He's been part of the club for a long time, you know, came up our academy. He joined Manchester United's academy at the age of 12. Towards the end of last year, Elanga committed his future to the club because he signed a new contract with Man United until June 2026. There's an option of a further year. Manchester United have also got Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood is a talented player. He really, really is. And I think he's done pretty well since he recovered from COVID. Greenwood has been part of the club for a long time. He's been a United player since, the age of 7. He made his senior debut for the club back in 2019. Last season, he signed a new 4-year contract with Man United, did Mason Greenwood. Revert back to 2019, Manchester United offered Mason Greenwood a life-changing amount of money for him to leave. And earlier on this season, Greenwood did mention that he's unhappy that Ronaldo always starts. We've obviously got the best player in the world overall in Cristiano Ronaldo. It's recently said that Ronaldo is ready to quit Man United if the club's next manager isn't to his liking. The other week, Ronaldo came out and said that I'm not happy at Manchester United, but Ronaldo's agent George Mendes said that Ronaldo's very happy at Manchester United. Basically, Ronaldo's demanding more from Manchester United this year. Obviously, he hasn't been happy with the performances. Ronaldo did play last Monday night against Wolves. He was poor. He had a goal disallowed in that game. It was a correct decision to rule the goal out because he was offside. Ronaldo did well last Thursday night in the 3-1 win against Burnley. He scored in that game, but he was frustrated because he should have had more than one goal because he had numerous chances. And he had that chance in the 5th minute when he was one-on-one with Wayne Hennessy, put it over the bar. It was Shaw that created that chance. But Ronaldo has saved Manchester United quite a few times this season. You know, saved us against Norwich last year. Scored the winning goal from the penalty spot. You know, he saved us in the 2-2 draw against Atalanta, did Ronaldo. Because he netted twice in stoppage time at the end of both halves in that game. He saved us in the game against Villarreal at Old Trafford earlier on this season. So, disregarding Ronaldo, Man United would be in a worse position than they're in now. But we have been relying on him far too much and we need to stop doing that. Ronaldo has won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. He has got a contract with Man United until 2023. There's an option of a further year. He receives around £480,000 a week, so he's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. He wears a number 7 shirt, and last summer Man United re-signed Ronaldo for $20 million with add-ons included. Jadon Sancho, we've got him now. He has done nowhere near as well at Manchester United as a lot of Manchester United fans expected. But he does need more time because it does take some players time to settle in. Sancho played last Monday against Wolves. I thought he was poor. His decision making was poor especially. There was a part when he could have played Ronaldo through Sancho, but he decided not to. I think the best game Sancho has had since he signed for the club was the games against Chelsea and Villarreal away because he scored in both of them games. He did pretty well in the game against Palace last year. He did well in the first half against Palace, but he was poor in the second half. Revert back to when we had Solskjaer, we couldn't get the best out of Sancho because there was quite a few games Sancho didn't even play in under Solskjaer, and plus Solskjaer persistently played him out of position. Sancho did enjoy 4 good years at Borussia Dortmund before he signed for Man United. You know, Man United got Sancho for 78 million with add-ons included. You know, Man United paid around 73 million up front. He's got a contract with the club until June 2026. There's an option of a further year. Man United have also got Amad Diallo. He's made a few first team appearances. I did say a while ago he looked a good asset for the first team squad. Man United will loan Amad Diallo out this year so he can go elsewhere and get more opportunities. I thought he would have played a lot more in the first team than he has done, because let's put into the equation what Manchester United paid for him. We got Amad Diallo in a deal worth 37 million with add-ons included. Man United paid around 19 million up front. And Manchester United got him from Atalanta. We've also got Juan Mata. Now, I think Juan Mata's had a good career at Manchester United. You know, he has made over 200 appearances in all competitions and he's scored over 50 goals. And Juan Mata's been a long-serving player at Man United. He's been at Man United for 8 years. We got him from Chelsea back in 2014 for 40 million. Juan Mata will leave Man United this year though, because Mata doesn't really get in our team, does he? I think there's a good chance he'll leave this month here. I think he'll either go back to Spain or he will go to the MLS. Earlier on this season, Mata had illness. Man United have also got Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard doesn't get in the team much. Lingard will be leaving Manchester United this year. He said towards the end of last year though that Lingard will be staying at Man United this month to fight for his place under Rangnick. His contract at Man United expires in the summer. But Lingard's been part of the club for a long time, risen up our academy, and that he's had his good periods at Man United, he's had his bad periods. I'm hearing that West Ham want to re-sign Lingard. At the second half of last season, Lingard enjoyed a 4-month loan spell with West Ham and he made an impact. Newcastle went in for him as well last year. Marcus Rashford, he's been a decent player in the past for Man United, but I think Rashford has been very, very poor since he recovered from that shoulder problem. He just hasn't been the same player, has he? You know, Rashford missed the first 2 months of the season with that shoulder problem. Rashford was very poor last Monday night when he came on against Wolves. You know, will Rashford ever become world class? You know, he's still young, he's got a lot of development in him. Earlier on this season, reports from Spain said that Marcus Rashford could leave Manchester United as Barcelona and PSG were said to be interested. Rashford's got under a year and a half left now on his contract. But Rashford's been part of the club for a long time. He's been a United player since the age of 7 and he's been in our senior squad since 2016. We got Bruno Fernandez, that's also a very good player as well. He's one of our best players and he's one of the best signings we've made since Ferguson retired. But you know what, Fernandez has been very poor this season and I'm shocked in that aspect because last season Bruno Fernandez was superb. Fernandez obviously didn't start against Wolves last Monday night, but he came on, didn't he? And he had 2 fantastic chances. The first chance he hit the crossbar from close range, and then the second chance was from the free kick at the end, produced a good save from the Wolves goalkeeper Jose Sarr. Fernandez didn't play against Burnley last Thursday night because he was suspended because he got his 5th yellow card of the season in the 1-1 draw against Newcastle towards the end of last year. Fernandez has been at Manchester United for 2 years, got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. Earlier on this season, Fernandez made it clear that he wants to stay at Man United and he said, have come to Manchester to win trophies. Fernandez has got a contract with the club till 2025. There's an option of a further 12 months. Earlier on this season, there was talks about Fernandez getting his contract extended. Man United have also got Donny Van Der Beek. Now, he is a good player, but haven't had a great deal of a perception on him at Manchester United because Van Der Beek has not been given nowhere near enough opportunities. You know, didn't get enough opportunities under Solskjaer and hasn't been given enough opportunities under Rangnick. He's only started one game under Rangnick. I initially thought when we brought Rangnick in that Van Der Beek was going to get the opportunities he was demanding under Solskjaer. Van Der Beek, he'll leave Manchester United this year. He'll probably leave in the summer because I have been hearing that he's not allowed to leave Man United this month. Van Der Beek remains keen on leaving Manchester United in this January transfer window. He recently held talks with Ralf Rangnick to discuss his future. Van Der Beek recently had a bust-up with his agent, so that said he's unable to leave Man United this month. Van Der Beek's been at Manchester United for over a year and a half, and he's only managed to score 2 goals for the club. Manchester United got Van Der Beek for 40 million with add-ons included. He's got a contract with Man United till 2025 as an option of a further year, and he's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. We've also got Fred, good player when he wants to be. You know, he's certainly had good games this season as Fred. I think the games Fred has played well in this season, I think Fred played very well in the 1-0 win against Norwich last year. He was the best outfield player in that one. He also played well in the 1-0 win against Palace last year because he scored a stunning goal late on. He made an impact in the 3-2 win against Arsenal because in that game he got an assist and he also won the penalty. He also played well . What are you doing?
No, why?
Sorry about that. He also played well in the 1-1 draw against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge earlier on this season. But he's not a great player overall, is he? You know, Manchester United got Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk for 50 million a few years ago now. We've also got Paul Pogba. Now, Paul Pogba is a good player. He's not only a good player, he's an imperative player as well. Now, as you all know, Ralf Rangnick has confirmed that Paul Pogba is out for at least another 4 weeks with a groin injury. He picked up the injury in France training earlier on in the season. Now, as you all know, Paul Pogba has denied claims that he's been offered a £500,000 a week contract at Manchester United. The Sun said yesterday that Manchester United offered Paul Pogba a £500,000 a week contract that would have made Paul Pogba the highest paid player in Premier League history. Pogba's contract at Man United expires in the summer. Revert back to the start of this season, he rejected a contract offer at Man United, but Pogba will be staying at Man United until the end of this season because revert back towards the end of last year, he said that Man United are not negotiating a Pogba transfer this month and they expect him to stay in this January transfer window. This season is Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he rejoined. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far and he's made 212 appearances since he re-signed and he scored 38 times. Manchester United paid 89 million for Pogba, so reflecting on that is our most expensive signing at the moment. We've also got Scott McTominay. Now, McTominay is good when he wants to be. I think the good games he's had this season, I thought he was very good against Burnley last Thursday night. He was man of the match in that game, McTominay. You know, he scored a very good goal. It was a good composed finish from the edge of the box. That was McTominay's first goal since February and his 15th goal for Manchester United overall. He should have had more than one goal against Burnley though, McTominay, because he had a chance when he hit the woodwork, and he also had a chance in the second half that produced a fingertip save by Wayne Hennessy. I thought McTominay was good in the game against Norwich last year as well, and I thought he played well against Leeds on the opening day of this season. But McTominay's had a lot of poor games at the club as well. He was poor on Monday night against Wolves, gave the ball away too cheaply, and he got a yellow card. McTominay is suspended for Man United's next league game against Aston Villa. Back in 2020, McTominay signed a 5-year contract with Man United, so reflecting on that, he committed his future to the club. We've also got Nemanja Matic as well. Matic, he's good when he wants to be. Matic has done alright in the last couple of games, to be fair. I don't think he was too bad against Wolves on Monday night. You know, he created the only real clear-cut chance for Man United. And last Thursday against Burnley, I thought he protected the back four well. I've always had my reservations about Matic because he's always been a static midfielder and he's ageing up, but he has had his good games at the club. Matic will leave Man United this year, by the way. I think his contract expires in the summer. Manchester United got Matic from Chelsea back in 2017 for 40 million, so Matic has been at Man United for around 5 years now. We've also got Luke Shaw. That's a good left back overall, but Luke Shaw's been very, very poor this season, and I'm shocked in that aspect because last season Luke Shaw was superb. Obviously, Luke Shaw's had injuries this season. He's injury prone, which is a concern. Luke Shaw's played Man United's last 2 games. He was poor against Wolves on Monday night. By the way, he got a yellow card against Wolves, so he's suspended for our next league game against Villa, as well as McTominay. I thought Shaw played very well against Burnley last Thursday night though. He got forward well, got into good positions, put some good crosses into the box. Had a good chance of his own at the side netting. And he created that early chance for Ronaldo. Luke Shaw has been at Manchester United for 8 years, so he's been a long-serving player. Alex Telles, I think he's a good left-back as well. He could leave Man United this year, but I hope he doesn't, because I've been impressed with Telles in the games he's played in this season, especially under Ralf Rangnick. You know, at the first, Telles appeared to be our first-choice left-back under Rangnick. But obviously, like I mentioned, last couple of games, he's decided to go with Shaw. The reason Man United brought Telles in was to provide competition for Luke Shaw. Earlier on this season, he had injury Telles. Man United got Telles for 15.4 million from Porto back in 2020. Also got Harry Maguire. He isn't good enough to represent the club. You know, Maguire has done nowhere near as well as a lot of Manchester United fans expected. Don't get me wrong, he's had good games at Man United, but he's had a lot more bad games than good games. And this season, Maguire's been terrible. Maguire recently picked up a knock. But I'm hearing he could be back in contention for the game against Villa on Monday in the Cup. Earlier on this season he had a calf injury, and towards the end of last season he had ligament damage in his ankle. Maguire wasn't worth the £80 million that Manchester United paid for him. Lindelof, he's not good enough to represent the club, but he has had good games at Man United. I think we should offload Lindelof this year, but I don't think we will. Lindelof's recently had COVID. Lindelof's been at Manchester United for around 5 years now. We got Lindelof from Benfica back in 2017 for £31 million. We've also got Eric Bailly. That is a good centre-half. But Eric Bailly will leave the club this year because he doesn't get in the team enough. Eric Bailly surprisingly started against Burnley last Thursday night, but obviously he had to come off because he got injured. Obviously he had to be replaced by Varane. Bailly he's now at the African Cup of Nations. He's injury prone by, which is a concern. Towards the end of last season he signed a new contract with Man United till 2024. There's an option of a further year. Manchester United got Bailly from Villarreal back in 2016 for 30 million. We brought him in under the Jose Mourinho era. And we've also got Raphael Varane as well. He's a good centre-half overall, but I think Varane's been very poor since he come back from injury. Varane was poor last Monday night against Wolves. He was lethargic and he was caught out of position a few times. Didn't start against Burnley last Thursday but came on, and he was poor on his return against Newcastle towards the end of last year. He misplaced passes in that game and he was to blame for Newcastle's goal because he gave the ball away in a silly area. Don't get me wrong though, Varane's had his good games at Man United when he's been fit. He's already endured 2 injuries at Man United since he signed. You know, had an hamstring injury not so long ago, and earlier on this season he had a groin injury and he was out with that groin injury for a few weeks. You know, Man United got Varane for 41 million with add-ons included. We paid 34 million up front. He's got a contract with Man United till 2025. There's an option of a further year. Obviously, we've got Phil Jones as well. Jones doesn't get in the team much, does he? But he did play last Monday night against Wolves. Only because Maguire picked up an injury. But Jones was our best player against Wolves. Defensively good. Brought the ball out well from the back. Made some good blocks and some good clearances. That was his first appearance in the Premier League since January 2020. That's 2 years ago now. At one point Jones was out with an knee injury for a while. Did you know that Jones is only the outfield player that's still with us from the Ferguson era? He's been a long-serving player at the club. This season is his 11th season at Man United. We've also got Diego Dalot. He's good when he wants to be. I think he's had good games this season and he's had some good games under Rangnick. Yeah, he appeared to be our first choice right back under Rangnick at the first, but the last couple of games, you know, we've decided to start Juan. Dalot, he'll leave Manchester United this year. Not too sure where he's going to go. Obviously, last season he was on loan with AC Milan, and reflecting on that, he gained some experience. We got Dalot from Porto for around £19 million. And, you know, Man United have also got Juan. He has been good for us, but he's been poor in a lot of games this season. Defensively, Bissaka's good, but the attacking side of his game lets him down. And obviously, we've got De Gea. Very, very good goalkeeper, deserves credit because he's done really well this season. De Gea saved us in games this season. We're relying on De Gea far too much as well as Ronaldo. And we've also got Dean Henderson as well, that's good, but doesn't get in there much now. And we've also got Tom Eaton. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.